Yeah, like Robert De Niro. You really think Robert De Niro really cares? Like, does it really affect Robert De Niro which is President Kamala or if it's Trump? I mean, other than tax breaks, what difference is it? Same thing with like Alec Baldwin, Matthew McConaughey, all these guys. Do you really think it really matters to them? Or is it like a career thing? Yeah, is it a career thing? Take, for instance, this guy. Bill Maher's having a conversation with Quentin Tarantino. And you would think Quentin Tarantino, like he was trying to get reparations. Listen to how hard he goes in the paint for Kamala Harris and what he says he's willing to sacrifice just to make sure it ain't Trump.
Bigger issue is the left and their ability or their desire to engage with anyone who's not already in the bubble. And they get a big fat D- on that.
I couldn't agree more.
Right. I mean, you see Kamala. I mean, I'm glad she's doing well. I'm glad we have a real fight now for president. But doesn't talk to the press, would never go near me. And when you won't go near the people who are going to vote for you, I'm going to vote for you. Do I have to love everything? No, I don't. It just shows they're afraid. And you're right. I see it so much.
Well, hold on. I don't. Okay, you know what? I don't see her. Well, there's no reason for her to go on your show before the election. But I can actually see her.
Yes, there is. Because I speak to the exact voter she needs.
Not if you're going to be decent and actually ask her tough questions. See, that's what it is. When I was a friendly person to the Democrats, they'd all come on my show. Yeah, I had so many Democrats come through this channel, guys, as you're watching. It's ridiculous. I chose to go hard independent. Now the only one that will come on is Dr. Cornel West. Because he's not a Democrat. You understand what I'm saying? So if they know you're going to ask tough questions, they ain't going to show up. I tried to get, Jamal Bowman back on his show? Hell nah. Hell nah. Double hell nah. And he still got his ass waxed, as if I was going to sink him by asking him about black people. So they know when they come over here now, it ain't going to be that walk in the park. In fact, I don't even ask them. Not anymore. Because they don't want to deal with it. So if you're going to have Kamala come on the Bill Maher show, and if you're going to even pretend to hold her feet to the fire, why would she subject herself to that if she don't have anything to say? If she's got a whole lot of shit to hide, Bill Maher, why would she want to come on a show where you might even tangentially ask a tough question? You might even brush up aside a relevant point to make. She don't want that. It don't take much for her to drop the ball and the other team to score like 3 touchdowns. I mean, just a simple question like, that every black politician has ever been asked, which is reparations, she didn't have a prepared comment for it. That response was horrible. The only person did worse than her. Nobody did worse than her. We're going to get to her later. But the point is this. I understand why Kamala won't come on your show, but it's not as if it's a decision made from a strong position. It's a cowardly decision. It's strategic, but it's cowardly. But listen to what Quentin Tarantino says here.
The person who is in the middle, the person who is not ideologically captured by either side. Now, there are some who are that, and everyone is welcome. I need a bigger audience all the time. I'm greedy that way. But basically, that's exactly the audience she needs. The MSNBC crowd is already voting for her. People who watch me, who will decide, this election will probably be decided in like 4 states by something like 80,000 votes in each. That's how these elections, how close they are these days. And that's where we're back to. We're at least back to normal. which sucked, but it is normal that it's 50-50 going into the election. With Biden, it wouldn't have been.
Let me ask you about this, though. Okay, look, there's nothing you said that isn't right. All right. And there's definitely nothing you said that isn't right in a normal election cycle. I mean, it's irrefutably right in a normal election cycle where you have a year to set your case. I think they're just all about winning the fucking election, all right? And then the easiest path to winning the election, look, you can talk about maybe she should have had more guts about this or that and the other, but we're the fucking president.
Right.
And Trump's not the president, and we're the fucking president, and now it's going to be about this. But this is about fucking winning. What most people don't give the Democrats enough credit for, all right, but we give the Republicans credit for. It's like, no, sometimes it's just about fucking winning. And it doesn't matter how we look at this moment. It's about fucking winning.
Right.
This is about fucking winning.
Yep. No, it is.
It's a mad fucking dash, and she is running, and she's not stopping to stumble.
And you know what?
And there's nothing wrong with stopping this. I'm going to vote for her fucking anyway, no matter what she says in a stupid fucking interview.
Exactly.
So don't fuck shit up.
Yeah, listen to him. Say it out loud. You don't give a damn if she's going to do anything for us. You can care less. In fact, you want us to be dumb. You want us to be stupid, make assumptions that she's going to do something. Then when she gets it, she goes, I never said, let's be really, really clear. I never said I was going to do shit for you. Run the tape. I never said, I didn't even say black in my acceptance speech, not even once. So how do I owe you anything? Let's be really clear here. I didn't say, what did you jump out of a coconut tree? I never said I was going to do shit for you Negroes. And see, Quentin's fine with that because he's not from a group of people that have been shit on. And Quentin is not a group that votes for Kamala Harris or any Democratic Party nominee or candidate at 90%. In fact, he's from a demographic that votes the least for Democrats. The least. White men vote Republican, dude. And Trump still had to go through a primary process. They still held debates. They still raised money. He didn't show up for debates. He showed up for the last two of those, though. And he won those last two primaries. And he went against former governors, and current governors, senators, and congressmen, and rich guys, and still beat their ass. But see, they're not concerned with, the rich, the elite, they don't give a damn about what we get out of Kamala. All they care about is stopping Trump. What is it about Trump? What is it about Trump? It's not about Trump. It's about it's the side of the ball they prefer. They prefer Democrats. Don't tell me it's because they like feeding the whales. Don't tell me because they're tree huggers. Quentin Tarantino is he's not that kind of lefty. Nah, he ain't an activist. He ain't out there trying to save. He just wants to do his movies and not be messed with. Okay? But at the end of the day, the bottom line is these guys, they don't care if we get anything for our damn vote. Not at all. Not a bit. Not a bit. He thinks, oh, well, it's not enough time for her to have what? Ethics? For her to have what? A core? For her to have what? Transparency? He doesn't even think she should have to even say what she's running on. Nothing. She should just skate into office. But they want us to tell you that, they want to tell us that Trump is still in our democracy. What do you call a president getting in office that people didn't even kick their tires with? Everything you criticize her for, they say you hate women, or you hate black people, or something, or that was Biden. It was somebody else. Oop, wasn't me. She's like a Shaggy song. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. That's her whole background. They demonize us for asking questions. They demonize us for wanting anything for our vote. As if we didn't want. Look, I'm about to go to another segment where I'm about to expand on this. But I appreciate Quentin Tarantino's being honest. Yeah, it's about winning. About her winning. It's not about us winning. See, there are too many of us who think we're part of the big team and we're not. Quentin's part of the big team. Bill Maher's part of the big club. They're in the big club. We not in the big club. Our broke asses don't get to go to the meetings. We're not in the club, goofy. Just like they used to do white folks, they used to make white folks think that if they had a little bit more than the black slaves, they were doing well when they weren't. Still dying, there's still no workers' rights. You know, no work, no benefits, no time off. Like they had these white men thinking they were the shit because they had more agency than slaves. And it was all a hustle. All a hustle. We're right back at that point where we got goofies thinking that. No, man. Just because you ain't in the fields like that. And you know, there are some white people working field work too. But that's for another conversation. The bottom line is this. The elites, they have a big club and you ain't in it. And they don't have any of the same pressures, the financial pressures. Quentin Tarantino wants for that. Bill Maher wants for that. To them, it's like an exercise. It's like, you know what would be cool? If I talk to Kamala and ask her some questions, that would be cool. I mean, I'm going to vote for her anyway. He just wants the ratings. He just wants the bragging rights. It's not like he really wants to vet her to see if she should be president. He already made his mind up she should be. He's Team Blue. He's Team Blue. There is nothing she could do that he would say, nah. So just keep that in mind as you hear the rest of this nonsense over the next couple of months as we go through this, guys. They're not on our side. We're not in their club. And we need to hold them accountable. We need to ask. We need to demand what's right for us. That's what we have to do. And the very few of us that have the guts, the courage to do this, to do that type of demanding, knowing that on the back end, there are going to be less opportunities, if not any opportunities at all, support those people. Support those people willing to go up against it. Because one day, you better look back and know you did that. I don't know if we're going to win or not, but I know it's a fight worth fighting. Unless you're Quentin Tarantino and Bill Maher. Then you just sip some sweet tea and watch hell break loose in your bunker.